we meet in the presence of God, the Father, the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Welcome to St. Guthlac's Church. At St. Guthlac's Church, our new vision statement is reaching out in love, growing in faith, welcoming all. We very much feel that church is not just about our beautiful church building, or even just about what we do inside the building, but church to us is about you, about people, our community, across Market Deeping and beyond. Our desire is to reach out in love to support our wonderful community. And we do this in various ways, and we are spending the next few years focusing on how we can support more people, groups and organisations within our local community in different ways. We are also committed to helping people grow in faith, to develop their spirituality and their relationship with God, a God of love, who loves all of us, which is why we also emphasise welcoming all, whoever you are, to participate in the life of our church and to help us to support our local community as best we can. Today, I'm absolutely delighted that you can meet just a few people from our local community who we currently support in different ways and whose support we in turn are grateful for.
These are the Mary Scotney almshouses, built for about £600 in the 1830s for widows over 60. In those days, losing the breadwinner could leave a widow in dire straits, as there was no benefit system to support them, and the bequest from Mary gave them affordable shelter. St Guthlac's Church and Market Deeping Town Council combined to form a committee, and for nearly 200 years, our church, together with the Town Council, has faithfully honoured Mary Scotney's wish to provide affordable shelter, as the residents only pay enough rent for this wonderful charity to function and keep the almshouses in good repair.
We were set up by churches together, in which representatives from St Guthlac's played a key part. We were set up in August 2013 and opened our door at our distribution point on the 4th of December 2013 at the Deepings School. We now have our own warehouse thanks to the generosity of Deepings and Georgie-Environmental charities. We're here to help people facing poverty and financial hardship, mainly by providing 3 days food and also by collaborating with other organisations and charities in the Deepings that we think can help them. We get donations by holding collections at Tesco's, having collection points in the local schools, the local churches, Tesco and the Co-operative, and we also receive donations from individuals and other organisations. We currently deliver food to our clients. Because of the current government restrictions, we cannot open a distribution point, and because of the social distancing. All this would not be possible without our wonderful volunteers. In this aspect, we are well supported by members of the St Guthlac's congregation. To sum up, we are a successful food bank run by volunteers from the community, helping those in need in our community and distributing food donated by the community. Thank you.
So I started coming to St Guthlac's because it was embedded in my primary school roots. We would come for special occasions like the Harvest Festival and the Christmas. But I kept coming because of the lovely people. As soon as I walked through the doors, they were warm and they were welcoming, and they've continued to be so to anyone else that's walked through the doors, and I just think that's a lovely thing to be a part of.
Thank you. Do you feel supported by the church community?
Absolutely. Personally, I've had physical and mental struggles, and the people of the church have gone above and beyond to ensure that I never feel alone, and they've all but held me up.
Thanks for sharing that with us. And do you feel like other people in the church community would say that they feel supported too?
I'm aware there's a wellbeing group within the church that checks on the community, and obviously that got much busier over the pandemic, and they even set up a pen pal programme with one of the local primary schools.
As part of our distinctive Christian character, we enjoy close links with St Guthlac's Church and of course the local community. Many of our school governors are members of the church, and they ensure that we maintain Christian values throughout everything we do. Church wardens support our children on visits to the church, where they gain knowledge of the building, its purpose and the significant role it plays in the life of the community. At church, we celebrate the major Christian festivals, Harvest, Christmas and Easter, with singing, playing musical instruments and, of course, Bible readings. Children learn about baptisms and weddings and have fun dressing up and taking on the roles of those attending these special events. We hold a reverent and heartfelt worship for Remembrance Day on the school playground, inviting representatives from the community and the church to share with our children and their families. Prior to the children joining the reception class, they and their families meet together for a teddy bears picnic on the Rector's lawn. During the pandemic, we asked church leaders to help identify people who live alone in our community, and our children wrote letters, sent pictures and made new and lasting friendships. We are delighted that we can participate in all of these things as part of the St Guthlac's Church family.
I wondered if you could tell me, please, what you like about being here at Rose Lodge.
Well, that you are, there's comfort and what necessities of life are looked after very well indeed. Yeah. And there's another little word that matters, kindness.
Yes.
They are very good at kindness.
Yes.
And when I'm 91, and you'd be surprised how grateful you are when genuine kindness is displayed.
I know that all three of you enjoy coming to the church, don't you, as well, to St Guthlac's Church? Do you enjoy that?
Well, there again, there's an offer of friendship, real friendship.
You recently came along to the garden fete as well, didn't you? How did you find that?
Well, I've been coming for years and it's always nice to see everybody.
Good, good. Well, thank you so much for your time, all of you. We've really enjoyed meeting you. Could you give us a wave before we go? Thank you, bye.
Bye.
I would like to thank you for being here today.
As one of the wardens here, we're responsible for helping to run the parish. Main focus is the fabric of the building and the churchyard. So the church building is very, very old, over 800 years old, needs constant maintenance.
And have you got any major works upcoming for the building?
Yes, we have. At the moment, we're just been granted permission to carry out some repairs to the tower roof. Some of the lead on the tower roof needs patching.
Great, so it keeps you quite busy all of this.
It does, yes. The building's 800 years old and it needs to be properly looked after.
When we lose a loved one, we look for help and support to guide us through one of the most difficult times in our lives. And most of that support comes from our families and friends. Our thoughts then turn towards planning a funeral service. When a family member walks through the door of our funeral home, the care and support is there in abundance. This support is given to all, irrespective of their faith and beliefs. Often, we also look towards our prayers for comfort. Sometimes funeral directors also look for guidance. We are fortunate in the Deepings to have a close working relationship with all the local churches and those who work in the church, and together we are able to give the bereaved families all the support they need in their time of need. The church provides a valuable service in our community, and as a local funeral director, we also work closely with the church, sometimes fundraising in the community, but more importantly to give care and support to those who need it now and in the future. The funeral services provided by the church will involve both church and crematorium services, which are jointly arranged with the funeral director and support to the bereaved families. This continues after the service has taken place. It's called aftercare. The church is available for all those who just want to chat. An informal chat does help for all of us to move on. Thank you. Remember, we are here to help.
So as a family, we've been coming here, well, since before the children were born, and then having had the children within the church community has just meant so much to us and to our life. Not only have they been able to join the choir, speak in church, they talk to all different people from different walks of life, different ages, who support us at times of need, who celebrate with us. And I think for my children, they've had that confidence to be able to do that in other areas of their life. They can speak to different people they haven't met before and have a different confidence knowing that the church as a community is here for them. Young explorers, everyone's welcome to come and join us on a Sunday morning. It's a lovely mix of children, age ranges, and then they're welcomed into the church. And the whole congregation are always pleased to see and welcome the children.
At Young Explorers, I like coming here to do the art and learning about other things with other age children. It's lots of fun. At Young Explorers, we learn about stories from the Bible and put them into fun activities. I liked colouring.
Here at St Guthlac, we're doing a lot to improve our environmental impact. We are doing that in our church by reducing our energy usage, looking at our carbon footprint, by recycling more, using less paper, and we're also encouraging car sharing where we can to reduce our pollution and our own impact on the environment. We're also working in the community, taking part in litter picking, for example, in the local area, but we're also thinking about our global impact. So we support charities which work on a global scale and help other countries that are less able to cope with climate change. In our churchyard, we have lots of native species that we're encouraging, and we're also encouraging wildlife using our bug hotels and our hedgehog houses. So altogether, we're working towards the Church of England's aim to be carbon neutral by 2030. We think this is really important. We're encouraging everyone to do their bit. So we got involved with local schools and we've taken part in national green initiatives. For example, we allow children to come to our churchyard to explore, take part in different activities and see what nature we have on our doorstep. We were delighted to receive a bronze A. Rocher Eco Church Award as a church for doing what we can to improve our environmental impact, and we're also working towards a silver award. So we're very excited to take part in this.
Well, the Royal British Legion has been around 100 years. In fact, it's our centenary this year. And it was started after the carnage of the First World War to remember those who'd given, who sacrificed their lives and those who'd come back terribly injured. And for 100 years, through the Second World War and all those, and right up to date with the Falklands, Iraq and Afghanistan. There are still obviously people who need help in the military family, and that's what the Royal British Legion stands for, to help those people. And over the years, the Royal British Legion has become the custodian of remembrance, and it's important, I think, to remember what people have given in past generations, but also remembrance is to remember their service, and we come each year and lay wreaths and say thank you to them, and I think that's important.
Our ongoing work in the Deepings, COVID notwithstanding, we raise funds with local events like the raft race, and obviously our Poppy Appeal is our big motivator for the year, to raise funds for the Poppy Appeal. The church has been very supportive, and every year we have our service of remembrance in this church.
The church plays an enormous role in remembrance in this country and right here in Market Deeping.
Here at St Guthlac, we very much appreciate the social times we have together, when we can catch up and find out where support is needed. We enjoy simple refreshments after our main Sunday morning service and our midweek service. We very much look forward to our coffee mornings, held on the fourth Saturday of the month since 1986. We also have introduced soup and social lunches for the older parishioners, which are held on the fourth Saturday of the month. And we have a Soulmates group, which offers support to those bereaved who are looking for somewhere to go where they know their intense loss will be well understood.
I want to draw this short film to an end by saying thank you. Thank you especially to those who have taken part in the film, as well, of course, for everyone who's been watching. And thank you for all of you who enable us to do what we do. I hope this short film has shown just a small snippet of some of the things that we as a church are involved with. And, as I said at the start, watch this space, because we really do want to build on all that we can offer to support one another. One thing a lot of people are not aware of, though, is that everything that we do, we are able to do because of people's kind and generous donations. Donations of their time, their skills, their resources, or their finances. As a church, we are, of course, a registered charity, and we receive no financial support from the government or the Church of England. So all that we do to keep our wonderful historic building maintained, to keep our worship alive, and to keep our ministry and support of the local community going and thriving is because of your kind donations. So thank you, really thank you. And if you would like to give a donation to keep our work going, then please do consider giving a monthly, annual, or even a one-off donation. It would be hugely appreciated by the church and the local community. Thank you. You can make a donation now simply by going onto the church's website, which is www.stguthlacs.org.uk, and clicking on the Give a Little link. Or send an email over to administrator@stguthlacs.org.uk for the details needed to set up a regular standing order. Thank you. We would not be able to support the local community without your help. So thanks again. Thank you very much for watching this film. Please do keep taking care of one another and of yourselves. And God bless. Let us go in peace to love and serve the Lord. In the name of Christ. Amen.